Maybe you're like me and you love dinosaurs, and maybe you're familiar with the Nanmu Studio, who's made some incredible dinosaurs, but today we have one little problem, and that's that he's one little problem. This is the Indoraptor. The Indoraptor, made famously from the Jurassic World series, big, huge thing that's bred with a lot of stuff, mixed Dr. Wu, all that stuff, made to hunt with sound and all that stuff. You've seen it. But this guy, while it's probably going to look, incredible, the problem is Nanmu Studio suddenly doesn't know what scale they want to work in. I'm assuming this is the problem that Sir Dork had. I think he made a video about this and also titled his based around there being a problem. So how original was I? Throw the box, look at the stuff. Now we've seen this scaled up before with these hands and things on the previous thing. What did I review? This guy. And I have some of my other dinosaurs available right here to look at. I got a Raptor, I got a V-Rex, I got Jurassic Park, the Hammond collection, which might help us with scaling. But the thing is, I don't know what scale this is. Now, I'm sure this thing's gonna look gorgeous. I'm gonna be in love with it at some point during this video, maybe immediately. My cat's in here. Now, Nanmu Studio, they know how to do stuff visually all day long. Some of the best dinosaurs on the planet that aren't real. Look at this little tail sticking out. Go away. It's not your time. Okay, maybe there's two problems. I don't know yet. Ugh. I'm really shocked that there's not some kind of stand in here either. Normally they put something in there. There's been different types in the past. Anyway, let's just get into this, because you're probably pretty excited to look at this guy regardless of all of my concerns. Stick this tail on there. Good God. As you can see, he comes with his militarized stuff, which I don't think we ever saw actually happen in the movies. This is the Indoraptor, not the whatever the other ones are from the other Jurassic World movie. There's too many of them. None of them are good. But I love dinosaurs, so even if it's from a movie that's not great, I'm going to be happy looking at it. I mean, I guess it just comes off like a t-shirt, but this plastic on here, you're gonna have to like cut it off. Now, whether you like the Indoraptor in the movie or not, or it's just like a big scary thing, I think an action figure of it would be really fun, which is the same thing with the, God, why can I not remember that dinosaur's name? Because it's not real? From the first one. Looking at the details, this is where Nanmu shines for sure, and this has that classic paint scheme that makes it really kind of unique but also very evil looking. Look at the details here in the the pouches and stuff, which none of them open, which is fine. I mean, it's just like an add-on thing. He can't use them, believe it or not. He has no way to open these pouches himself. This is for your military buddy, which is supposed to, obviously, I don't know. And how's that work? I'm also noticing a bit of a concern. I'm curious if this is like, if this is a common thing with this figure or not, where there's like a gloss happening here and everything else is matte and then a little bit of gloss right there. I would prefer one or the other. Matte for sure is my favorite thing. This is a little strange. I really like the details in the eyes. Love that. They shine with this stuff, with sculpt and paint. It's unbelievable. The teeth look really good. All the paintwork inside the mouth. Again, we've seen this level of detail before with the inside of the mouth and stuff on the previous dinosaurs. It's really, really nice. I can't get over how good they are at painting this stuff. My problems are really just the inconsistencies of the matte finish, so far anyway. But the biggest, most obvious issue is that this is a Indoraptor. He should be huge. They could have made him the size of this V-Rex. So let's zoom out. If they made him the size of this guy, which they don't scale together ever. So if you have like the T-Rex that's on order, pre-order right now, or you have this thing, their Raptors don't scale with them. They're two different things, which is fine because a 1/12 scale of this guy would be absolutely insane. But this is the scale you would want, I think, of this guy, because this is bigger than a Raptor, but somehow, how is this possible? How do we have this Raptor, which is a Jurassic Park thing? This is Jurassic Park. This is like your little tiny buddy. It's like, hey, we're best friends. Big brother, hey, take me out. I want to learn how to run. What the heck were they thinking? I mean, this guy, this scale, if you want him as a Raptor, might be cooler with your 1/12 scale figures, but this guy was excellent as he was. So I don't know what happened to his other hand. Whatever. Now you have a Hammond collection of this guy, Stiggy Moloch or whatever. He's smaller than 1/12, but it kind of helps make up the difference a little bit here, but not really. And then this big Stegosaurus, which again, this guy should be way bigger than. Now, something that Nanmu is making that I am very excited about is the Jurassic Park T-Rex, the original one, and the one from, I think, the sequel or the third movie, whatever. There's 2 color schemes. Those are 1/32 scale, 1/32 scale. And those will pair perfectly with a Jada Toys Jeep that you can buy now. So pre-order those, you'll definitely love. But let's get back into these accessories, I guess. Ugh. So he has these hands on by default. These just kind of, I don't know, relaxed hands as he's running around not doing anything, maybe scratching a little bit. And then in the box you get 2 of these, which are nice. And we saw this in the last guy that I can't remember his name. But these, so he gets a left and a right, which is nice to see. So he could be in his like crouched position. The paint with the claws and everything look awesome. The legs have a lot of joints going on. This ball joint down here in the ankle definitely seems to be new. So we should have some enhanced range for that, but we don't have the talon articulation that we had with the Raptor. We also get an alternate head in the box, which for the most part is the same. I mean, at least on this side. And then you go over here. Now he's got his little sensor thing so the laser shoots out or whatever to, not an actual laser, but like a sight thing to track and eat up his prey. I mean, it's cool. This is like, I don't think we ever saw this on any of the Raptors, maybe just in that last movie. But this is a new direction for Nanmu to have these like swappable heads on a dinosaur. It's very rare because I don't think they've ever done it. It's pretty rare. So that's what it looks like on. It's cool. Of course, we can take this thing off and then just have a regular Indoraptor. I think the articulation, of course, is going to be where this thing shines as well, but that scale is really it really bums me out. Now, maybe it doesn't bother you, or maybe you like the way it scales with other things that you have. If you have 1/18 scale humans, maybe this will be good for them, but I think it might still be underscaled for that. Articulation is going to be a highlight for sure, so we can kind of look around back behind ourselves. Let's see, look at that. You can look up, down. I mean, there's just so much range in these things, it's crazy. We have hinges for the shoulders, which also rotate. We have hinges at the elbows, which rotate, and same thing with the wrists. There's only one major section here in the body, and that's kind of on brand, but it still gives you, you know, more than 0, I guess. It's not a ton, but it definitely helps. The tail's on that ball joint, but then also on a wire. Legs can spread just a bit, not a ton on this one. And then there's the rotation. Upper and lower knees, they all hinge and rotate. And then the ball joint for the ankles, which might be a pretty solid choice. Man, I don't know. I can't really seem to get past the fact that it's so small. Kauka sent this to me because I've been loving the brand. They've been awesome at letting me get a hold of these things. I did not realize it was this small. I don't know if anybody did. Maybe your expectations were it's an Indoraptor. They make big figures already. This will be a big figure. This is now a new scale within their own scale, and it's really irritating. Look, if for some reason I sold you on wanting one of these things, even though I'm upset, the link is in the description. Of course, you can purchase and save 6% using my code. I will recommend clicking this video here because I actually really love that thing, and it's a great figure. So maybe you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.